transactional, and N is for normal. So what are the different activities? On the left, we have allows new connections. We have wait until current sessions end. We have wait until current transactions end. And we have pauses a checkpoint and closes files. So this checkpoint is a key thing that makes your database shut down either in a consistent or an inconsistent mode. This particular checkpoint. You guys learned about, we did the checkpoint when we did the architecture.
Yeah.
So if you look at the first one, it says allow new connection. So for shutdown abort, allow new connection, what does it mean? Does anyone understand what it means to allow new connections? What is new connection?
Yeah. No users can access the instance or database.
Yeah, so no users can start new sessions, right? Like if I wasn't logged into the database and you issued a shutdown command, can I still log into the database? That's what it means by allowing new connections. And for all of them, it says no. JD, can you highlight the no for allow new connections? Like highlight the entire row. Is it possible to do it?
It's not letting me.
Oh, okay, that's fine. All right, so but I'm sure everybody can see. So if you are doing a shutdown abort or shutdown immediate or shutdown transactional or a shutdown normal, no new connections are allowed once you issue that command. So if I did a shutdown abort and Christina was trying to connect to the database, Christina cannot connect. If I do a shutdown immediate, Christina cannot initiate a new connection. If I do a shutdown transactional or a shutdown normal, Christina cannot log into the database at that point. But for those who are logged in, they are there. But if you are not logged in, you are the new connection. If you're trying to log in at that point, you are the new connection. And then the next one is wait until current sessions end. So that means if I was doing something on the database and you issued a particular shutdown, will it kick me out or do I stay in there until I'm done with what I'm doing? So if it's a shutdown abort and there's a current session that is running, it doesn't kick me out. So if I was connected to the database and if I was connected to the database and you issue the shutdown abort, it kicks me out actually. And if it's a shutdown immediate, it kicks me out. If it's a shutdown transaction, you wait until my session is ended, then it kicks me out at that point. But then if it's a shutdown normal, even if I'm logged into the database and I'm on vacation, it can't kick out, it can't like shut down the database until I do a shutdown, until I like log off from the database, until I disconnect from the database. So if Christina was logged in and on vacation and I issued a shutdown abort, it's going to end Christina's session. If Christina was on vacation and I issued a shutdown immediate, it's going to end Christina's session. If Christina was on vacation and I issued Renee, I had to mute you because you have background noise. If Christina was on vacation and I issued a shutdown transactional, it's going to kick Christina out and shut down the database. But if Christina was on vacation and I issued a shutdown normal, nothing would happen. Like Christina's connection will keep the database open. That's why shutdown normal is not advised, not recommended. You always want to do a shutdown immediate. That's the best one. That's why DBAs use that a lot. And the next thing is waiting until current transactions end. So if I was doing a transaction, would it wait for me to finish it up before it kicks me out, or it kicks me out right away? So if it's a shutdown abort, the shutdown abort is really aggressive. It doesn't wait for anything. If you look at shutdown abort, it's no, 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 no. So nothing happens. It just, everything stops like right now for a shutdown abort. So if you look at for an immediate shutdown, it doesn't wait for my transaction to end. It stops the transaction. But for a shutdown transactional, it waits until my transaction ends. So if I was doing a bank transaction and you issue a shutdown transactional, it's going to wait for me to finish that transaction before it shuts down the database. But for immediate or abort, it's not going to wait for me. It shuts down everything right away. And for a shutdown normal, it's going to wait for me to finish my transaction, and it's going to wait for everyone who is connected to the database to disconnect. So that's why the shutdown normal takes more time. And you have forcing a checkpoint. So if it forces a checkpoint, it means it synchronizes your database, right? So forcing a checkpoint means it's going to keep your database in a synchronized manner. It's going to make sure that the system change numbers in your control file. I remember we talked about system change number last week. If you did not understand the system change number, go back to the architecture and read up more about it. Because it's very important when it comes to your database being consistent. That number is the key to your database being consistent. And it's very important when it comes to your backups or recovery, point in time recovery. So forcing a checkpoint, like I said, is what makes your database consistent at shutdown, which is why, like Christian was asking, why is shutdown abort not consistent? So it is not consistent because there is no checkpoint that occurs in the shutdown abort. So no checkpoint occurs, it means your database shuts down the way it is. It's inconsistent. Your system change numbers in your control file and your data file headers are not the same. They have to be the same for your database to be like synchronized. So checkpoint does not occur. Remember, the checkpoint has to update your data file headers and your control files with every. There's some background noise. Please, guys, if you could mute yourself, that would be nice. So for shutdown immediate, of course, there is a checkpoint. For like all the shutdowns, there is a checkpoint except for your shutdown abort. So this small table here tells you everything about your shutdown. Shutting down abort is not consistent. It shuts down everything. Closes any transactions, closes any sessions that are running, does not force a checkpoint, and it shuts down your database. Which is why after every shutdown abort, when you start up your database, there has to be a crash recovery. A crash recovery occurs once you start up your database after a shutdown abort. And which is why you cannot do a cold backup of your database if it's shut down using the abort mode. Because for you to do a cold backup, you have to shut down your database consistently. Which is why when you're giving the difference between a hot and a cold backup in an interview, you always have to mention the fact that for a cold backup, your database is shut down consistently and then started in mount mode for a cold backup. So abort, not a good idea. You might want to use this option in the case of emergency. If there is a fire or if there is a natural disaster like or lights, or you get a call and you're told that lights will be out in 10 seconds, then you shut down immediate. I mean shut down abort. Because it's the fastest. And why is it the fastest? Because no new connections will be allowed. All current sessions that are running will be closed immediately. Any transactions that are running, close. No checkpoint occurs. So it goes really fast. And a shutdown immediate is the most recommended because it's fast, but then your database shuts down in a consistent mode. And that is because one, no new connections are allowed. If you had a transaction running, it ends that transaction. If you had a session that was running, it ends that session, but then it pauses a checkpoint, which means it synchronizes your database before it actually goes down. So it's the fastest and it's also consistent. That's why every time you're doing any operations, if you're supposed to be applying patches or you're supposed to have maintenance and you require your database to be down, you always want to shut it down immediately. And shut down transactional, this is great for banking institutions. Because if I was withdrawing money in an ATM and that transaction was not over and you did a shutdown abort, that's not a good thing. Because it means probably the bank will be losing some money because my transaction was not recorded. Like some really weird things will happen. So in a banking institution, you definitely want to stick with your shutdown transactional. Or in a business that sells clothes or shoes and stuff like that, or an online store, you want to stick more with the transactional shutdown. But generally, when you have maintenance, always shut down immediate. Shutdown normal is not good. It's consistent, but it's not good. Why? Because if a session is running, you cannot do a shutdown normal. Because the system will never shut down. So for it to successfully shut down, you have to kill any session that is running. So if Christina was logged in and she went on vacation and I had to do a shutdown normal, I won't be able to shut down until I kill Christina's session. But if I did it using the shutdown immediate, it will definitely work. Which is why shutdown immediate is the most used and most recommended to DBAs, unless otherwise. Any questions before we proceed?